Silale mahlatini, beslale mahlatini, elale mahlatini, silale mahlatini, silale mahlatini, baba, 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 elale mahlatini, baba, elale mahlatini, baba, elale mahlatini, baba, elale mahlatini, elale mahlatini, baba, elale mahlatini, baba, silale mahlatini, silale mahlatini, silale mahlatini, silale mahlatini, silale mahlatini, silale mahlatini, elale mahlatini, elale mahlatini, elale mahlatini, baba. Man, I'm so happy. It's the last video of this, and I got the chance to get this done. Mind your language, don't trip. It's real up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? See, baba, sati, ay, you know, see, baba, go see, baba, see, baba, baba, see, baba, see, baba, see, baba, oh man, time of my life. It's a crazy time. It's like, you know, being 33 years old and literally about to closing down on my 36th birthday. And the hope is to get things done before I hit 40, before I start aging. And it's just downward from here. Alright. The plan is to implement what is called the ZEUS social experiment. That provides a facility, creates a facility for a Son of Man to achieve what the Jehovah God of the Bible intends to achieve. The importance is to understand that the Bible is satire and literature that's meant to inspire people in reality to behave in a certain way. It is not meant to ensure that people just believe what is said in the thing that should happen. So, for example, the most common trip that would happen is that, no, man, what does the King of the Jews have to do with any other nation? There's a comment that was made by one of these guys, pastors, this charismatic Hubert Angel. You know, shout out to Hubert Angel. I can tell you now, nigga, you're gonna suck my dick. You gonna suck my dick. You gonna suck my dick. Nigga, you gonna suck my dick. You gonna suck my dick. You gonna suck my dick. You know what I mean? So shout out to the nigga because he made something that's quite an interesting paradox that is very difficult for people to accept. Is that Africans are praying to the God of the Jews, Jehovah, and asking them to help them and restore them and redeem them. When the Jews, the so-called Jews, don't pray to that God, they use force and military power and finance to protect themselves against anybody that threatens them. And these Jews also happen to be the most prominent people in society in modern times. So it becomes a bit of a paradox to say, why would us Africans be praying to the God of the Jews, the King of the Jews, when the Jews themselves don't even pray to that God? They disregard him and they just protect themselves. They just fight for their land. So the idea here is the fact that it must be understood that the literature was written to create an idea that would best describe who is true. So if it weren't for the literature and I came along and I made claims that we're going to eliminate the causes of mortality and we're going to eliminate financial insecurity and I'm going to regather all the Bantu people who are in the diaspora all around the world and bring them back to the African continent where they can dominate and show themselves to be the dope motherfuckers they are. Right? If I were to say that without the Bible having been, it's like, dude, why the fuck would you even want to do that, bro? Like, what do you mean? Like, we are animals, we die, we live, we die, we live, we die, we live. So what are you trying to do? Now I have the hope. Because the Bible was written. Now the trip is that, dude, you're not Jehovah, bro. You're not God. What are you trying to do? Who are you trying to make yourself to be? And the whole point now that the only fight that we have now is to say, look, guys, the story was written so that you guys could be aware that there's going to be some dude that's going to try and do this. Let the nigga be, dog. Even if, I want to put it this way, even if I am a poser, let's say I'm a poser. Motherfucking poser. Michael Martin's fucking got the motherfucking poser. Let's say I'm a poser. Let's say I'm posing. Right? I'm trying to just like create the perception that I'm that son of man, for example. Right? I'd still be righteous because I'm conscientizing the community and humanity to say, guys, watch out. There will be a dude, the son of a man, someone born into this world that we should expect who will be capable of such things. And the whole point of the literature being put down is so that it can prepare us and make us aware that we can even think that far, that it's possible. The challenge that we have is the fact that the doctrines that have been fabricated around the Bible literature have created this idea that there's going to be some Jesus with us, glorified body that can walk through the walls, that can fly in the sky, and that everybody sees him, and then the same guy that lived 2,000 years, that is exactly the enemy of that Son of Man that's going to show up, right? And the Son of Man that is here. So this is my point I'm trying to make, is that the challenge that I had being a young man that loved Jesus, because the only thing that made sense is to be honest, is fucking with Jesus, man, throwing him ass. And why I say this is because you grow up in a violent neighborhood like Hillbrow, right? Berea Hillbrow, this is in the 90s and late 90s, and you witness death, prostitution, drugs, and all the vile things of life. At the same time, there's so much, glam and nice things in the world to enjoy. And you want to live, though. You want to live. And then you make the mistake of reading the book of Ecclesiastes that tells you everything is chasing after the wind. It's futile. Let me actually put down that reference so you guys can see what I'm saying. Let's put down that reference. Alright, I found a verse, Ecclesiastes chapter 9. And this is stuff that I read when I was 9, 10 years old. And I think particularly 10 years old, because I remember I was in grade 5. It was the end of my grade 4 year and going into the grade 5 year. And I remember I had that break where I went to my grand's place, and but what distressed me a lot, because I remember this paradox, because remember when you're African, there's something called in-laws or an ancestor, and we all have ancestors as human beings. We all have people that lived before us. But in the African sense, it's weird because these guys are still out here, bro. And in fact, they impose themselves at any point in time. Like just now, you'll be chilling and you're having a conversation with somebody. All of a sudden, like, whoa, dog, who the fuck is you? What you need, dog? It's the ancestor talking. And it's like, yo, I want this and I want, you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying is, it would perplex me how a person that lived years ago could still have the freedom and access to do what he wants to other people. And that for me is what we'd call motherfuck mortality. Motherfuck mortality, because yes, the person lost his own body, but he's clearly got access to bodies. He doesn't really die. But here's something that I read when I was young that really fucked my shit up, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 9. So I took a look. So I took all of this to heart and concluded that the righteous and the wise, as well as their works, are in the hands of the true God. Men are not aware of the love and the hate that took place prior to them. Now, what I want to point out, in the context of an African, it's kind of crazy because sometimes you're made aware of things that have happened before you, and now you gotta sort that shit out. You know what I mean? Right. So the reason why I'm doing this contrast is to kind of show you that the context is different. That if you're gonna read the Bible, you gotta understand your context. You can't apply the things. You can't take what is said in the Bible and just cut, copy, paste to your life. Look at your context. Be honest about your context. And this is the challenge of the black man right now, is that there are black people or African Bantu people that have, went after the ways of the nations and the doctrines of the Caucasians that came to colonize them, and completely disregarded their reality. It's a reality. It's not a fiction. So they've made their reality like it's fiction and went after fiction like it's reality. You get what I mean? So I don't want to digress too much, because I want to end this on a cliffhanger, right? The cliffhanger. Might is home. You can imagine what I mean by that, right? Is it might has got home, or I'm just saying that might, the person might is the home of the spirit of the Son of Man. You can live here, my nigga, You know, no more Lala M13. You was a motherfucking hobo, nigga. Fuck that now, bro. Shit. Fuck that, nigga. You know, might is home. You can call might home. That's what it is. So, I'm reading this and I'm trying to take you through what a 10-year-old, and this is what I want to say to you guys. If you're not paying attention, find a 10-year-old that is reading this and be like, oh, my word, really? And like kind of trying to struggle and understand, like, geez, but how come my grandma is a traditional healer and the ancestors come through all the time? But what did he say in here? Goddamn, could this be true? Fuck, goddamn shit. This is 10 years old, guys. So find the 10-year-old that's doing it. I will, dude. I would literally give up my life and give him all the attention that he requires to become the son of man, bro. I'm like, dude, if you at this level, 10 years old, and you give a fuck about what this is saying, come through, nigga. I need you to have my back and back me up. Because if I fail, you're going to have to do this. Because this, by the time you hit 20, the time you hit 27, you're going to see this shit for yourself. And you're going to be compelled to have to do something about it, nigga. I'm just here to let you know that you ain't crazy, that you ain't tripping, that you got to do this shit, dog. You got to back this shit up. That's why I grieve not having my son around, because I know he's the only of the young chaps that I've seen. He's the one that actually inspired these set of videos. And I'll give you a story. My son, when he was about 4 years old, he right, like and typical, like his name is Zeus, you know what I mean? And I spelled it in a way that gives Tony pieces that you're the only nigga, dog. You're not just any nigga, you that nigga, dog, you know? So this nigga, he comes to my place, I'm eating shit, I lost my car, I've lost everything, and I've got him to come and spend the day with me at my place where my mother was staying, where the mother of Mike the model was staying, and what happens is fucked up, because my son decides, nah, fuck this, bro. I'm out. So imagine, I just went to go pick him up, took a taxi with him, got to the house, opened the house, you know, sat down with him. But it's miserable because it's like nothing. It's dry as fuck. There's like no money. There's like no, you know, and, you know, he's still wearing nappies, I think so. He must have been like 3. And then he packs his bag, like he puts his nappies in the bag. He's looking for his shoes. He can't find his shoes. He takes the tissue and he packs his bag and he closes the bag and just walks out. He puts his bag on his, and just walks out the house, the main house. I'm like, dude, serious, where you going, man? Motherfucker, where you going, dog? Shit. And then he freaking tries to open the gate. Like, dude, are you? And I'm like, dude, this kid's trying to open the gate now, like the main gate, the driveway, like where you get into the yard. And I open the gate, like, where you going? Open the gate. And he just walks. He starts walking. Now I'm like, dude, where the fuck are you going, dog? Now I'm following this kid walking about. And I'm like, now what he does, he goes to one house and starts knocking on the gates. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, dude, don't do that. And he walks off. Then he goes to the next house. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. And he even takes like a stone, like ding, 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 ding. And he keeps on walking. I'm not following this kid. Like, I'm traumatized. Like, I'm hurt. Like, dog, you don't want to fucking hang out with me no more, bro. What the fuck, bro? I thought I brought you out here because we're going to hang and we're going to chill, bro. Like, what the fuck's going on with you, dog? Like, you just want to bounce? You know, I'm fucking tripping for days, dog. I'm fucking tripping for days. I love that boy, bro. I love that guy to bits, bro. Zeus Son of Mighty is the fucking dopest shit ever, bro. Cause he's so fucking thoughtful. Like, this guy will fucking traumatize the fuck out of you. He sees shit that you never see coming. Like, whoa. You saw this whole shit going down and you didn't tell me, dog, that this shit's going down. So he goes on and he walks around the block and he just keeps going at every door and knocking. And then people would come out of one house, people came out, like, how? Manje? And then I just come and intervene, oh, no, sorry, man, I don't know what's wrong with this kid, let's go. What's wrong with you? Like, then she's like trying to say, no, let's go in here, come, let's go inside this. Now I'm just like, sorry guys, like, my kid's tripping, I don't know why, he just walked out the house, he doesn't even have his shoes on, he's just fucking out here knocking at your gate and he wants me to come in. I don't know why he wants me to come into your place, bro. And the people be like, alright. Because it's kind of weird, because I'm also like a nigga. I'm like, yo, nigga, I don't know what the fuck is going on up in this mother. Zeus, what the fuck's going on with you, dog? And he goes on. And he just keeps going on and like knocking at his gate, bro. Like, fucking. Like, I'm like, goddamn. Now I'm like fucking depressed. And I'm like, dude, you're breaking my heart, nigga, shit. You don't want to fuck with me no more. You don't want to hang out with me, bro. You want to leave? You want to go back to mom? That fucking hole, like, you want to go back to that fucking hole. Like, no, fuck, man. Now, you don't want to fuck with me no more. And then eventually he goes to one of these guys that I know. And then I hang out and I talk to him for a little bit. But he wants to go inside the house, bro. And I'm like, Jesus, kid, bro. Like, no, Zeus, come on, man. Like, now he sees I'm heartbroken, so he realizes I'm devastated now. Like, I'm feeling some type of way. So that's what I mean by he's very thoughtful. And then, he kind of like jumps on my lap, right? And then I pick him up. And then he gives me, to console me, like, I'll never forget it, he gives me a kiss on my cheek, like, and I'm like, goddamn. And then he just leans on my shoulders and I walk back home with him, right? And then he takes a nap. And then when he wakes up, we play and we hang out, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So that fucked me up. So what I'm saying, guys, is he's the guy that inspired this thought experiment to say, nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You got some shit to do. Because I remember when he was like really young, I would go everywhere with him. So every day was like a mission. We're going somewhere, we're going to be talking to some people about R&D and this and that and implementing projects and that, you know what I mean? Everywhere, we like get in the car every day. And so he never had the crash life. He lived with me. I was the nigga, and that's why, we were so close, right? Now, all of a sudden, there was this huge, take over where the people around me, there's a sabotage and you're just trying to take. Like, yeah, we like we've heard the saying, wherever there's a corpse, there'll be vultures. So when the vultures got hold of me and I lost everything as a result, he was the kid that actually was the one to say, dude, get out there and do your thing, dog. Spread the message. You don't just go. Like right now, I'm willing to just go like, yo, for Jehovah's sake, I'm gonna go stay wherever I stay. Dude, can you accommodate? Can you let me sleep on your couch? I got some shit to do. Because what I found is that I've lost my freedom of speech because I'm being accommodated in a specific environment and people don't fuck with me the way I is. So it's like saying, just get the fuck out of here and just find the people that will fucks with you and just keep moving, man. And if I had done and I'd followed his advice back then, I probably would have been in a better situation. And this is why I think it's been 4 years since I've seen the boy, and it's tragic. It's tragic because I honestly, genuinely, at this point in time, don't have the means to actually fucking pursue that relationship. I don't even have the emotional strength to do it, Everything that I've done has been in the pursuit of the sort of social experiment and implementing, making might home, right? And creating the facility for the Son of Man that will become successful in fulfilling what Jehovah intended to do. So I'm reading this, now I'm jumping back, and I'm reading this to say, this is what fucked my shit up, right? It's the idea of mortality, right? And you're a kid and you get depressed on this. If you're a kid, this should actually, the book of Ecclesiastes should actually be like no under 16. But read it when you're 16 years old, Read it when you're 16, because that's when you're like, hormones have just kicked in. Your body, you're old enough, your balls have dropped, you're old enough to utilize your body at its fullest degree. You're young, like you're fresh, no worries yet. You're just at that age. And I was 16, bam, book of Ecclesiastes, bro. Fuck you, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I read it when I was like young, 9, 10 years old, right? And is what I'm saying. I'm reading it along. Chapter 9, verse 2. All have the very same outcome. The righteous and the wicked. The good and the clean. And the unclean. Those sacrificing, those not sacrificing. The good one is the same as the sinner. The one who swears an oath is the same as the one who is cautious about swearing an oath. This is a distressing thing that happens under the sun, because all have the same outcome. The heart of humans is also full of bad, and there is madness in their heart during their life. Then they die. Fuck! So this is what I'm going into. Is to say, as a kid, it's why I would naturally lean towards the story of Jesus, the guy who escaped mortality. And that's why I fell in love with the Jesus personality, and that's why I had to be the guy to throw him ass. And because I became that guy, I showed myself to be the bride of the true one, the one that came to make a way for the Son of Man in reality. Because Jesus was a man making a way for another one, the Son of Man that's coming into the world. As Hashem became in reality to make that supplication. And in my childhood upbringing, reading the book of Ecclesiastes like this and getting fucking depressed, and this is how I became who I've become now. The Lord of the Spirits, somebody who could be called in Zulu, UMPHEPHETHA. The one that would cause the wind to blow. And in Zulu, Umoya is the spirit. So UMPHEPHETHA, you're directing the spirits. And how I came to escape the depression at that tender age of reading the book of Ecclesiastes, I realized that if the outcome is the same, good or bad, the outcome is the same. The only thing worthwhile doing, and if you read the book of Ecclesiastes, it says a lot, chasing after the wind. A lot of the activities of life is chasing after the wind. It's futile. It's futility itself. So if everything's futile, good or bad, we all die. Right? Righteous or unrighteous, sinner or good person, clean or not clean, we all have the same outcome. And I think there's even a part that says, even the animal, the dog and me, we have the same outcome. God damn it, fuck. So, I'm going to end that reading here. So the thing that I realized is that the only thing that's worthwhile doing is working for the kingdom of heaven that Jesus was talking about. There was a song that we used to sing in primary school. Seek thee first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Seek thee first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So there's two things that made it worthwhile. The principle that I derived when I heard the statement, chasing after the wind. The only way to escape chasing after the wind is being the reason why the wind blows. So at the tender age of 10 years old, I became UMPHEPHETHA. Because I come to the conclusion or the knowledge of something that was so profound that completely directed the entire trajectory of my life. So my whole life I've lived in the pursuit, not in the pursuit. I escaped chasing after the wind and became the kid that would become UMPHEPHETHA, the cause, the reason why the wind blows in the first place. So I set myself on that trajectory, on that process of becoming UMPHEPHETHA. And right now I live in the house of UMPHEPHETHA. In Zulu it's called Vilagazi's bastard. Let me just put it this way. I'm a legitimate Vilagazi UMPHEPHETHA that grew up as a bastard in another tribe or another clan. So I'm actually in truth UMPHEPHETHA, in spirit, by deeds. You can see it's evident. But I grew up as for example, a Nomalo, so I ended up, I'm Vilagazi that grew up as a bastard in the Nomalo house. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm a bastard in that sense. You know what I mean? But legitimate, I am a legitimate UMPHEPHETHA because of all the Vilagazis, of all the UMPHEPHETHAs that are out here, how many of them actually know how many of them have actually honored the name, really honored the name? And this is what I'm saying. The reason why the wind blows. So in this pursuit, it became this, and this is the background behind the fact that my attitude became, okay, let's help Jesus. The only thing I can do is get his attention. Live a life that is worthwhile in such a way that when Jesus does show up, or the Son of Man does show up, he will remember me and be like, oh, okay, this guy deserves to, a shorter life again. He deserves to live in my kingdom. And then as I got a bit older into high school, I realized, okay, maybe that's not going to happen. People don't fucking fuck with you, dog. People don't like you, dog. They're not going to remember you for shit. People don't like you. Can't even count. They probably blot your name out. And I don't know how many times in high school and university where people would literally try to blot my name out. So where I was supposed to be, or where they would try to remove my name and make sure that I don't show up, I don't appear, destroy the evidence that this guy was here. That's what people would do to me, and I'd feel very hard done by. It'd be so weird. It'd be when shit happens so unnecessarily, we're gonna, I even have the song, bitch niggas trying to plot me out. Ooh, fuck nigga, I'm gonna fuck you out. Bitch niggas trying to plot me out. Ooh, fuck nigga, I'm gonna fuck you out. This bitch niggas trying to block me out. Ooh, fuck nigga, I'm gonna fuck you out. Bitch niggas trying to block me out. Fuck nigga, I'm gonna fuck you out. So what I'm saying is that the option of, and this is what Shembe got right. As Shembe got right, he did the first part of this escaping, chasing after the wind. He got the attention of the coming Son of Man. He set up a movement that got the attention of the coming Son of Man. So he got that right. But when I was in my teens, I realized, fuck, bro, hey, bro, I know, but even if, bro, I do some dope shit, niggas gonna plot me out. Ooh, fuck, niggas wanna fuck me out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying my best to be as legit and be OG about what I'm saying. So the only option I had was at some point when I got to university, I realized that there's no other way out, man. No other way out. I think in my matric year, I realized, oh, jeez, man, I'm gonna own the heavens. So this is where my life began, and it became like, okay, I want to pursue medicine because that's the way to escape immortality. However, at the same time, hey, man, the money game, we hungry up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, the pleasures of life. To get access to all things valuable, this is how I need to go. So I took let's go with the money. Let's go make that money, bro. Right? But constantly throughout my life, I would get smacked and remember, like, poof, remember the life game, dog. Don't be fucking around here, shit. So the idea here became that I had no choice. By the time I was leaving my university, I had no choice. I intentionally was like, all right, man. Fuck that, bro. I'm gonna have to just create the heaven on earth. I'm gonna use every ounce of my abilities and every ounce of my youth to create heaven on earth. And I think the one person that assisted me is on my graduation day. She came to my graduation party with one of the professors, Professor Kim Hine. Maybe I shouldn't even mention her name. She might be ashamed of like this content, like, what the fuck, this nigga just name drop my name in this motherfucker shit. You know what I'm saying? So she said something so fucked up. It was like, I'm dying. I'd just been poisoned. I just came out of hospital. My family didn't give a fuck about that. They were just like, we just want to see this nigga graduate, but I'm dying. They pump up my stomach and fucking I got poisoned and shit. You don't give a fuck? And now I'm at my graduation party dying, like barely gasping for breath. And this woman gets up and says something so fucked up. And she says, family of Might Malo, leave Might alone. He knows what he's doing. This young man is going to free Africa one day. My God damn, man. Whoa. I had no idea that she thought that much of me. I thought she was always... You know, when a person always argues with you and they always end up in arguments like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, she's tripping all the time, but I dig her, I fucks with her. I love the woman, like, to be honest. She was so, like, I can tell you many times I struggled to leave her office because I was so aroused. Meaning that, like, I would have to, like, find a way not to try and make a move on her like that. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of weird because with young girls, it would be easy. It would be actually very difficult to actually make a move. And they'll be so frustrated, like, this guy's not making a move. Right? But with her, it was like, how do I not make a move? Like, I'm, like, hanging on by a thread. Like, don't do that, bro. You're gonna get yourself in shit. Like, don't pull your dick out now. You fucking mad, bro. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. So I'm taking you guys to the process of becoming the Son of Man that is capable of being the home of Jehovah, the Spirit of the Son of Man, ensuring that Jehovah is no longer a motherfucking hobo. Now he was, because he lives. And this is where I'm coming to. So I start my career on that note, and goddamn, fucking persecution. To such an extent where I come to realize, oh, this is why the persecution. Because of the spirit that I have and what I'm trying to do in terms of implementing a kingdom of heaven and earth. And it starts small, like just doing something small, like setting up a project that actually really adds value and creates jobs, for example. Just doing small things like that. is the beginning processes. And like when people realize that, hey, once he gets this right, it's a domino effect and it's game over. You know what I mean? And when I realized this, and everybody around me realizes this is when I published Life's WACK test, and I'm going to show you the outcomes of Life's WACK test to give you evidence. This was published in 2018, and let me just jump to it, right? Let me jump to it. Alright. So let's just jump into it. I'm going to show you the display. This was a document that was published in 2018, and this was my company logo at the time, and I published a comprehension test that people went through. And as you can see, that there was a dictionary, that's what's called the WACK Zulu Dick, that was introducing the motherfucking Zulu language, by the way. Money Talks, this was the actual content, and then this was the last part of the results, which is called the WACK results, which is outlining the intervention that I had made and how that intervention demonstrates who I am. So here was the sworn convictions that if you fucked with what I was saying, you would have read this and said, sworn conviction, I, natural person name, identification number, swear conviction on my natural given body that the natural person known as Might Velusi Nomalo is WACK. Right. So now here it's a statement saying Jehovah is the wise and coming King. Jehovah is the wicked and Christian King. So this is what I'm saying. This is the evidence that this is when I gave up my life and said, yo, nigga, actually, I'm gonna get off. You can sleep on the main bed, bro. You're not gonna sleep on the couch no more. You no longer know HOBBO. Here, take this body. Fuck. The nigga that lived here is dead, bro. And the whole idea was to encourage people that I, name, surname, bow by my natural given body to undertake all activities related to the Armageddon Tree of Life presentation with love and kindness. Love being sacrifice, attention, and gifts and value add. So that's what's up. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying. So this is the process that I went through, and it's just skimming off the top. There's so many things that might have happened that kind of reassert who I am, and what I'm saying is Jehovah's no longer motherfucking HOBBO. He lives. Might is home. Might is home. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end this here, and I hope you guys appreciate what I'm saying. And I'm gonna start my journey now, being Vilagazi's bastard, and I might have to be away from the Vilagazi clan and become who I'm meant to become. Maybe they'll appreciate who I am when I'm gone, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do that and take my place as Inkosi Parameni, the true God, the Son of Man that is best described as Jehovah, and that is actually gonna be able to achieve what the Jehovah God of the Bible has promised to achieve. And if I'm not the one, a very big if, then I'm definitely just the guy that's coming and say, yo, wake the fuck up, motherfuckers. Wake the fuck up, motherfuckers, because it's gonna be some nigga that's gonna be successful. Be on the lookout, and the reason why the literature was written is to inspire people, inspire someone to be that guy in the context of his time and place and situation. So what I'm trying to do with the Zulu Social Experiment, and anybody that fucks with me, we are literally just making way for the coming king, and it's not about a person exalting himself over a person. And I think you've heard this. There's a lot of people that are on that tip now. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But how many people actually really want to demonstrate the qualities of a God and be God and do the things that God, particularly the God of the Bible, is trying to achieve? So the only reason I've made these claims, and please, I hope you guys understand, is not because I have an ego and I want to be worshipped. It is because that every time I try to do something, honestly, like I'm telling you about the book of Ecclesiastes and how I have to escape. I'm compelled, after reading the book of Ecclesiastes, I'm compelled to escape chasing after the wind. And the only way to escape is become the cause of why the wind blows. So if I strive to become that, if I strive to eliminate financial insecurity and I strive to eliminate the causes of mortality, anybody, if I make that profession and actually say that, it's like, who do you make yourself to be? Only God. Apparently in the Bible, when you read, only God can claim, God is the one who's meant to do that. And this is the challenge that I have, is to say, sure, yes, you read in the Bible that God meant to do that. But don't stop me now and say, look, you're not God and you can't do that. What if God sent me, dog? Now you want to block me from doing what God has promised He would do? Allow me to do and fulfill what God promised to do. So in the name of God, let me do what the fuck He wanted me to do. What He wanted to do. So this is why I'm saying might is home. Because all I'm saying is I've availed myself. My heart is aligned. The same things, it happens that the same things that God is trying to achieve, I'm trying to achieve. So in the name of the God that was trying to achieve it, it's written, right? Let's achieve that. Right? You get what I'm saying? Don't trip. Right? Now you're going to say, no, only God can do that. Like, yeah, so let's just say only God can do that. Let's see if I can do that. So if I can do that, that means I'm God. But no, you know what people want to do? They want to block me and make sure that I don't even make the attempt. And this is why I called it the pseudo-social experiment. We're going to have to test the hypothesis. Let's test it. But no, let's not test the hypothesis, because this guy, we have the biggest fear in the whole world, that this guy might be actually the God that the Bible was talking about. Goddamn, no ways. I'd rather die before I see a nigga like this guy become that guy. But we forget, like, dog. You know, it's not just Jehovah that was a motherfucking hobo. We was motherfucking hobos as well. You guys are also from way back, custodians of life. Do you not also want to find a home? Do you not want to be where you at right now, whoever you've become? Don't you want that to be your home? Stop tripping. Now you want to say, no, you can't do that, because who does that make you to be? So I need anybody listening to this to understand it very clearly. Right? I've set out genuinely to go and achieve what I've set out to achieve. Escape mortality, eliminate financial insecurity. Right? Create a paradise on earth, essentially. Implement the kingdom of heaven on earth. That's what I'm out here to do. Right? The fact that there's literature that says that there's a guy called Jehovah God is going to do that should actually support my case, because now it's telling you that there would be somebody that's going to show up to do that. The problem we have is that you may have a problem with the fact that I'm the one that's saying that we can do that. That's the problem we have. And let's be honest about it. If you're tripping on this, let's be honest about it. That's exactly why you're tripping. Because why me? Why this nigga? Why this nigga? Who the fuck does he think he is? No, it's not about who I think I am. It's what I know I am capable of doing. It's what I know we are capable of doing. It's what I know, the fact that in the hypothesis of the ZEUS social experiment, that we are that generation that Paul was talking about in Romans. Say, creation itself is eagerly waiting for the revelation of the true sons of God. Creation itself has been waiting for us to show up so that we can inherit this creation. And the only way to inherit this creation is do what I'm saying. Implement the kingdom of heaven on earth, with these certain qualities that I'm describing. Skill-driven, equitable economy is the soil that we're planting everything in. Right? We're gonna plant eliminating financial insecurity. We're gonna plant eliminating causes of mortality. You get what I mean? We're gonna plant eliminating the natural resource constraints, so we're not gonna have water and electricity problems. We're gonna plant all these things. We're capable of achieving them. Right? You might say, but where did you study this at? Which degree did you study? God damn niggas. Knowledge is about deriving principles and being able to apply principles to create new principles, to create new knowledge. So the ability to apply principles to add value and create value is knowledge. That's not about whether I have information in my head that I've crammed from some books and I was able to remember it before the test exam. So I'm going to end it there. So don't trip, motherfuckers. Might is home. Right, don't trip. Silali matati. Silali matati. Silali matati.